Another day, another diary. I'm Brooke. This is my diary, and we chat about stuff, basically. So, today we're going to talk interviews. So, very different topic than last video, but the reason I'm bringing up interviews is because I've just gone through a screening, 2 interviews, and I just got a new job offer. Yay! So, I'm super excited about that. However, when you're going through the interview process, I feel like it's one of those things that are really nerve wracking because usually you get really, really excited, really, really hopeful. You're like, yes, I'm really excited about this job. I have an interview, like, this is moving forward. I could get the job. And you romanticize the new position you could be getting. Not only that, your financial stability can change whether or not you get this job. So for most people, when they apply for different jobs, it's either, they're getting a closer commute, they're moving somewhere, maybe it is mental health, they're just really done with their job. Usually they try to stick in the same pay raise, or people who are going the same job but have the experience try to get, more money somewhere else. So that can really change a lot of things in somebody's life. Money, not saying that your life should revolve around money, but most of our lives will always revolve around money. How much we make, how much we spend, that pretty much dictates a lot, if not everything we do. So, that being said, I have a few words of advice while going through the interview process. There can be a lot of times where you're like, you get really in your head. As an interviewee, I would say it's super easy to mentally stress and be like, oh my gosh, I don't know, I'm not good enough. Like, all of these negative feelings can bubble up, especially right after the euphoria of having all the positive feelings of being super excited to apply, super excited to get some news back. And then it starts creeping in slowly, catching up, being like, oh, really? Are you sure? Are you positive? Can we actually do this? Try your best to, when you go into an interview, after the interview is done, pretend it's over. Not saying like you're not going to have a chance. Not saying that you shouldn't still be like, oh, like, let's see if they talk to us. It's kind of like when you took a shower and you get out of the shower, your shower is done. That's the best way I can explain it. Your interview is your shower, you're doing everything, you're answering your questions, da 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 da. You walk out, you leave the building, that's you getting out of the shower. Your shower is done. There's no more thinking about it. There's no more like, oh, I have to shower, or yay, I get to shower. Just leave everything else at the door, because the more you get excited about it, the more negative reaction you're most likely going to have if you either don't get a call back, don't get a second interview, or like if you don't hear back from it at all and they ghost you. Those negative feelings are going to spiral, and then while you're still searching, still applying and all of that, it can affect how your next interviews are going to go, because you're already feeling negative about one experience. 2, when you are applying for jobs, don't just apply and as soon as you get like a screening or an interview, don't stop there. Keep going, keep applying. I applied to probably 50, 60 jobs. I heard back a few, some I didn't. Just keep applying, and apply for jobs that you are like, I don't think I'll get this one, but it interests me, so I'm gonna go for it. Do it. Please, please, please do it. Just because you don't have the credentials, sometimes when you, on paper, it's really hard to look at a person and see their personality. Sorry, when I first stepping all over the desk, I had these up on. Sometimes an interviewer will see what you do have and be like, okay, so they have some of the skills we want. Let's at least, let's screen. Let's see, let's have a little chat. They might see that just a few things, have a little chat, and see who you are and be like, actually, we might really like this person in this position. And it was something you applied to and like you might have doubted while you were applying and been like, oh, I don't think I'll really get it, but like, whatever, I'll just try. Please, always just try. You've got this. Trying is the best way to go about life. Trying, trying, trying. And lastly, when you have a job and you get the offer, which this is where I'm dealing with personally, I've been told that like a lot of times they expect you to negotiate. I'm wary about negotiation for two reasons. One, that if it's already kind of like said, like this is what you're applying for, this is the amount we're paying you, you can kind of turn them away from hiring you because they can always take back their offer. That is the thing. They can be like, yeah, actually takesy backsies. No. If they find like you're debating too much with them about it, if they're like, they put their foot down after you maybe say something, I would maybe try to look at other things if you have other things that you want to negotiate, or be like, okay, maybe this isn't the job for me, or maybe you're willing to settle and be like, maybe, in a certain time I can ask for a raise. That's one. Two, the next reason I'm kind of iffy about negotiating, though, well, and I kind of said it at this point, is negotiation is good in certain terms, in certain conversations. You can't negotiate with everybody during the interview process. And two, when you do negotiate, if you keep it going too long, it makes you look bad. And not saying it makes you look greedy, but employers will possibly find you more difficult to work with. And I'm not saying you should, settle for things or put yourself down, but you have to be realistic about, how much experience you have, how much you have to bring to the workplace, and being like, okay, I think I can bring this. I deserve a little bit more. Understandable. If they say no, you have to really go, okay, is this job worth not getting paid everything I want? If it's not, then I would say, unless you're in a desperate need, don't ever, ever choose a dream job if you are not financially stable and you really need money. I'm just hard truth, suck it up. Just suck it up and take the job. If you are like, I really need a job, I need to get paid, like I need to pay my bills, take the damn job. Do not be picky. That's where you have to eat your peanuts. You take what you can get. I will say that. If you are in a position where you're like, okay, I don't really have to take a job immediately, I have wiggle room, I can fight and defend for myself and, apply for other jobs if necessary, then I would say debate, hey, maybe this job isn't worth it if they're not giving you what you want. And that's where you go, okay, I'm not going to take the offer. Like, I'm going to move on. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Otherwise, maybe you're like, well, I really like this job. Maybe they're not paying, but I can make do with that. Do it. Again, do not. Capital D-O-U. I almost spelled down. D-O-N-O-T. Do not ever put yourself in financial instability for a job. Okay? Jobs are supposed to give you financial success. Do not ever hurt yourself in your money for a job that you really, really want. Okay? I get it. There are so many dream jobs out there that are like, oh my gosh, I know it probably won't pay enough, but I really, really want it. Girl and guys, I understand aspirations and dreams. They are truly, truly important, and having those hopes make us happy and make us human beings. However, you do have to realize you need to be able to live. And if you go down and can't pay your bills, ruin your credit score, if you end up homeless, they're going to fire you. Because believe it or not, we have to look a certain way when we're in the professional world. They expect us to present ourselves. Once you can't do that, once you start straining, your health will decline. There's possibility they'll fire you. So unless you make accommodations for making less money, like moving back home with your parents, getting roommates if you live alone, if that's something you're willing to do to take the budget costs, then do that. If you're not, that job is not for you in the moment. Okay? You can always get a dream job later down on the line when you're financially stable, when you maybe have the savings to take a pay cut. That can always be the future. You don't have to do everything in your life in 1 minute. You don't have to be like, no, everything I want in life has to be done this year. I have to do it now. I have to do it now. I have to do it now. It's okay. It is okay to be like, okay, I need to step back. Like, I love that job, but I realistically need to live. I have, maybe you have children. Maybe you're on your own and you don't want to have roommates again. Maybe you have pets, like my 2 cats. How much money I make also affects them, because if I can't feed myself, I most likely can't feed them. And if I can feed them and can't feed myself, then my health will decline. And that's not good for them either, because they need me to take care of them. So there's a lot of things to take care of. As I said, do not take a job that will lessen your finances. It should help you. A job should always help you in some part of your aspect of your life, mostly with money. It should not take away from your money. Keep that in mind when you're looking for a job, folks. That being said, I'm going to now shift into my daily habits. If you're not here for that, that's okay. Love. Peace out. Bye-bye. If you are, daily habits. I did make my bed. That's definitely not one we're checking. I woke up early. I went to bed early last night. I drank all the water I needed to. I only had 1 can of soda. I have not hit my social media limit today, so whoop. Stretching. I have not stretched. I haven't worked out, and I didn't wear my watch. I'm like, this is me speaking, my watch. So I don't know if I hit 8 to 10,000 steps. I feel like I haven't walked that much today, so I think it's a no. I don't think there are any other habits to go over. Let me know if you have any habits that you've been doing. I would love to hear. I need more ideas. I want to see if there's anything I want to add. We're getting close to the end of May, so I'm gonna be revamping my list soon. Exciting. That being said, have a wonderful rest of your night. Please enjoy your day. Enjoy food. If you have a cat, mwah, love to your babies. Mwah, love to your dogs. Love to any of your other pets. I was like, I can't go through a whole list of pets right now, actually. That being said, I love you all. Have a great day. XOXO.